Hey.
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 Is that working?
It
Are
is
we
working.
live?
We are live.
We live right now?
Can you see a chat?
We're live on 2 streams.
Whoa.
There we go.
Double streaming. And we're chatting. Things are ready to go.
The future is here.
We did it. We did it, guys.
All right. We're confirmed. We're good to go?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
we're
wow.
live.
Okay, we're rolling. We're rolling. Welcome to another episode. What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of the Multiverse Report and M.O.N.Comics coming to you live from Funky Town Comics and Vinyl in Cicero, New York.
All over here. This is all of the store.
All that stuff. All those comics you see, you could buy them all.
Yeah, it's
I've got a
true.
stack up front. to buy
Yeah,
after
that's
this.
yeah, yeah.
I don't do
We're all
this
spending
often.
a lot of money after we're done here tonight.
Yeah.
So we're here just kind of hang out at the store.
Yeah.
Gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. But right off the bat, we have to say that Brandon, we have a surprise for you.
We do.
And we brought you here under false pretenses. Steve, why don't you go ahead and tell Brandon why we're really doing this?
Okay, so you remember back when we were trying to get this stream done maybe 2 months ago or so, right around that holiday time area?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so this
Christmas
is about
time, it
the
was
fourth
Christmas.
time we've rescheduled this
Yes,
pod.
yes.
And all for good reasons. But one way or another, we reached out back when your unfortunate incident
Mhm.
occurred and reached out to the comic community with the help of a couple of friends of the pod and may or may not have had a bit of a Christmas present for you here.
Oh,
2 months
my
late, but
gosh.
so for anyone who is not watching the stream or is watching the stream, on the front at first we gave him a
Check this out.
so it's all the creators that have put in and donated
Oh
to
my
helping
God.
out Brandon.
I'm going to cry.
And the prize
And-
is 2 commission covers from Mr. Matt Flint himself.
One Matt Flint.
One Matt
The best local artist.
Matt Flint is in attendance, although
He's
he's
right
talking
behind
at the
us.
front of the store.
Oh, my God.
but quite busy.
Show the people the commissions that we got.
Savage Tales trade dress.
Man
in,
Thing.
In the likes of Man Thing Volume 1, first
There
solo
he
run
is.
from 1974 with Frank Bruner. Matt right behind me. This is blowing me away right now. I'm about to cry. That's unreal. Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
then, oh my gosh. Well,
the companion
the
piece.
companion piece for the other. Every video I've showed the other one in, I'm like, look at this. You could see this on a comic book rack, and it's ready to go. Like, this is meant to be on a rack. Wow. I'm like, you guys got me.
Made with pretty much the same color palette.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry.
So
My new room is gonna be sick in 8 to 9 months.
There you go, buddy.
Guys, thank you,
Absolutely, dude.
Matt. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Steve and Mike and everyone on here. Man, look at all these people.
Yep,
Wonderful,
you've got-
beautiful people of the community.
and when we're done with this, you can look back at the chat and you got a lot of love going on out there, buddy.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Jay, Christina Payne, Matt. What's going on, everyone? Oh my God,
yeah.
there's Christina Payne right there.
Yep.
Richard
That's right.
Westfall, super fan.
Super
Oh,
fan,
yeah.
I was flying
Westfall.
back to California, or else he would have been here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been great to
Oh,
meet
are you
Richard
kidding me?
Westfall.
No. Dude, the man of the com. Matt Flint, Matt, Bruce up north, Empressed, everyone. Lunch Money, James,
Oh yeah.
someone who loves the Bills, but counting for taste.
That's the best I had for Chris. So.
It's Dave from Still Only 35 Cents. Jabs is right there. Tyler from
Yep.
Pockets Full of Comics. Outer World Comics. It's Jeff. Big Nasty. Magic Lasso. Wow, I am blown away. Chonko, Travis.
Yeah,
Wow,
buddy.
Yeah,
guys,
man.
This is unreal. Thank
I mean,
you.
Least we could do, man.
and you're saying thanks to both of us, and we appreciate it. But I got to say, it's really Steve. It was his brainchild. It was kind of his
Yeah, we got it.
project. So
We got it done. It was a team
yeah,
effort.
yeah. But it was mostly you. It was mostly you. So
I can't
Hmm?
even begin to
Hey, buddy.
express.
posing for picture.
I
Nice.
can't even begin to express what this community, like seriously, mobilized.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
for
dude.
me, and it means the world to me. Yeah, because like the office that is like the fire climbed to, like I went back in and I had to look at all my stuff torched,
Oh,
Mm.
geez.
and I was just like
Heartbreaking. It's got to be
"Oh."
heartbreaking.
Yeah, luckily, like the beautiful, like the old pre-code horror just totally was ash, so I didn't have to
Yeah.
fix up for that, you know.
Yeah.
But like looking
Yeah.
at long boxes that, you know, if they weren't fire
Oh.
damaged, they were water damaged. This is
Oh
amazing.
man, yeah.
This was mega fun to draw. Mega fun to draw.
Dude, you crushed it. Frank Bruner.
Looks
and
great,
you,
dude.
You killed it. That's amazing. And I love that. Oh, man. If this was the picture for Savage Tales #1. I mean, we got a great Conan Buscema cover, Decapitation, but this is just, wow.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out. We're like, how can we get Man-Thing, and what blank should we get to have Matt do
Right.
that? And we figured that would fit. So
Unreal.
Look at those
Thank you,
things.
Matt. Yeah, this is sick.
also for the record, when you grabbed that other Predator, we were all flipping out.
Yeah.
Because at the time Matt was still drawing these, and we thought he had accidentally like put that
Shown the
out
other one.
yeah,
into the
yeah.
world.
Oh,
We're like,
got
oh
you.
god.
No. Wow, this is incredible. Yeah, now I mean I've got so much Matt Flint artwork. I'm a Matt Flint fanboy.
Oh, you
I got
gotta
his
be.
Doom original art, you know. And I actually gifted the print to a college professor. I walked into one of my college professor's rooms, at his offices where I work in my building, and he had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics laid out. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, I found one. And so I went, I found him later, and I was like, are you a comic fan? He's like, yeah, Turtles from when I was a kid.
Yep.
So I gifted him one of your Funky Town exclusives.
Okay.
Nice.
And he loved that. And then I gifted him the print of the Dr. Doom that I bought.
That's awesome.
And he was just blown away. He's
Hey,
like,
you
this.
got the original. so-
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, it's like, you can have this one. It's beautiful, but I have the original, and I actually have it framed already and stuff.
Oh,
so,
sweet, sweet.
I told my wife with the house, I want 2 things. She can do everything else. I don't care if you paint the house pink. Like, do whatever you need to, which it's not going to be green, but I want a shower big enough for me because we're big guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
that's the thing. And then a room off the finished basement that will be my dude room where I can hang all this stuff
Yep.
with a bookcase door.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
When it's finished, you guys are all coming over. We're going to put on Star Wars on this TV in my basement. You guys can camp out in my basement for the night. And we will, seriously, you 3 are there, invited, Jeff and Jesse, the Funky Town crew, whoever wants to come. Brand new finished basement. We'll do it in the summer because we can walk out to my pond
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
go, and we have a fire pit down there. So like summer of 2027 is going to be lit, and it's going to be the summer of nerd with you guys coming there.
I've been
Don't-
waiting for a good Star Wars viewing with a whole bunch of people I can argue with. So
Oh, I'll have to get some
Don't threaten
soundproof-
us with a good time.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get some soundproofing downstairs so we don't wake my kids as we're
There you
losing
go.
our minds. But seriously, and it's going to be adorned with all this stuff. This is just incredible. This is amazing. Thank you all. Thank you.
Absolutely, dude.
Wow, how much to top this for a podcast?
Yeah, I was gonna say now we've got to actually do a pod. So
No. Oh my gosh.
also for anyone, any of the multiverse support folks out there, instead of Brian in the chat today, we have Brian in the store back
Brian's
there.
in the store. Brian in the chat was just on screen.
Brian, yeah, Brian in the chat is now Brian in the store.
Yeah.
So
This is great.
I'm
Thank
sure
you
he'll
for
make
showing
another
up.
appearance
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point.
good guest star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to
So-
plan this for like months. In the holiday time, I was supposed to come, but we got a season pass for snowboarding and lessons for my daughter at lab, where then I started seeing Steve like every Saturday, which has been great. We snowboarded.
I
we had
basically live there.
beers together, and but we had to cancel this and like reschedule it, and it's taken some work to do. Like these guys are very busy. I'm an hour and 10 minutes away.
Right.
But luckily the weather has been, I mean, the roads are clear. It's not snow in sight. So ski and snowboard season's pretty much over, I think, almost.
I think we got a
We'll
good.
get a little bit, but
We'll get close to April.
So it's been a big work in progress, and I'm honored to be a multiverse sandwich tonight
Yeah.
between these 2 punks. And then Matt Flint walks in. Did you plan on coming here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew.
I
Yeah.
told him on Wednesday we were doing it at 6, and he's like, "I'll find a way to get there."
I
Yeah.
just want to let everyone, when this happens, unfortunately, something's going to happen to another community member. I will lead the charge to mobilize for everyone else because it's
Did
been unreal.
And you know what it's like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Thanks to Mike from Lunch Money Comics for slowing everyone down because he like had to like put out the call of like, don't send him stuff. He has no place to put
Yeah,
it.
Right. Yep.
And in my house, like in our bedroom is where I have my corner comics. So I have like all the like raws. I've got the BCW boxes just like in a corner because I can't hang stuff on the wall.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
When like when I shoot my videos, I'm like in front of a window because it's the farthest place away from my kids because I'm gonna wake them up. But
Yeah.
we will rebuild.
Yeah.
We had the technology. And, I really can't wait for you guys to come on a summer night in Hamilton.
That sounds awesome,
Absolutely,
man.
man.
It'll
I'm
be
there.
great. Yeah,
I'm there.
that's sick. So
When Steve launched into the explanation, he said, "Do you remember when we were trying to set this up?" And for a second, I thought he was going to say, "Do you remember when your house burned down?"
No, I forgot.
Yeah.
through
Totally.
therapy, I blocked a lot out.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good show.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for
buddy.
coming,
Love
man.
you, dude.
Thanks for coming,
Much
man.
love. Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
Get home
Absolutely.
safe.
We will.
Absolutely. Post more stuff on Instagram for me to buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't yell at him now if he posts anything. So
So guys, it's Friday night. We're in Syracuse. Well,
Hanging out at a
Cicero,
comic book store.
hanging
Yep.
out at a comic book store.
I
Doing
mean-
a live stream. This is great.
Where should we start? You want to talk comics? You want to talk? There's a couple. There's some
who
film
starts
news.
first? Do you start first?
You talk
or
first,
do
or I talk first? It's hard to tell with the mask. We make that Force Awakens reference all the
Way
time.
too often.
All the time.
So, yeah, I don't know. What did we have? We didn't really have a rundown.
We got
you
a-
sent
well,
some stuff.
I said
Uh,
some stuff.
Yeah,
We can do
Brandon
movies. We can
actually
do
put
movies
our
first.
rundown together for us.
I've memorized it already. I can do the movies first.
Well, I unfortunately I only saw a clip of this new. I think there was a new trailer for the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2. I only saw a clip of it. I didn't get to see the entire thing,
Oh, you didn't see the trailer?
not the whole trailer, but I've seen a couple. They like teased this trailer a few months ago when they revealed that Carl Urban was playing
Mhm.
Johnny Cage, and there was like a they did kind of like a fake like 1980s commercial for like one of
Yes,
his movies,
yes,
kind of like a
yes.
trailer for like a
Yes,
Johnny Cage movie.
yes.
That was really great. And I know I saw the clip I saw was him in the new trailer for Mortal Kombat. I have seen the original, I have seen the original Mortal Kombat and its sequel.
Yes.
I have also seen the first one, and I thought it was fine. I thought the action was really great.
Mhm.
Yep.
Story was,
Right.
whatever, nothing to write home about.
Right.
But I gotta say, I'm with a movie like that, the action's kind of the most important thing.
Right.
Right? So I feel like, kind of like I felt about the first one, if they can nail the action in the second one, then it's probably going to be worth a watch. How are you guys
Yeah.
feeling about Mortal Kombat 2?
I mean,
Go
go
ahead.
for it, man.
Yeah.
This is probably easier when it's just you two.
Yeah.
The three-man thing, we're like, oh, okay.
I love Carl Urban. I liked him in everything he's ever been. in.
Honestly, has he ever been bad in anything?
No.
No, I can't say that I've
He
seen
was a
him in
great
everything,
Judge
but
Dredd. I loved him back in the
dude,
Riddick movie.
Dredd is so good.
It was.
That
Like,
is
it was
such a good movie.
travesty that it didn't get more
Yes.
love than it should have.
Yeah.
The slow-mo scenes
Oh.
were unbelievable.
And I think it's too bad because, like, comic people who know that the Sylvester Stallone movie was like not a good representation were all ready for like a new Judge Dredd movie, but the general public was just like, "Oh, that Sylvester Stallone movie sucked. I don't want to see another one of those." At least that's
Yeah.
my impression
For
of
sure.
why
For
it
sure.
kind of like tanked
Okay,
a little bit.
Lord of the Rings. I mean, the guy has had
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a phenomenal Hollywood
Star
career.
Trek?
Star Trek.
Yep.
The Boys.
Oh yeah, God, yeah, the boy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's done everything. So I have faith in him that he'll bring a little more gravitas to it.
Yeah, for sure.
The original two are what they are, right?
Yeah.
The first one, the opening though, when they kick off with that sound, I mean, that
Yeah.
was the most
Oh, yeah.
hyped opening when
Yeah.
you were a kid in the movie
Yes.
theater.
Yeah.
You were like, you're full of Sour Patch
Yep.
Kids and Mountain Dew, dude. Like,
Absolutely.
stroke out at 12 years old. I have faith for this one. Like you said, I love the actor that plays Scorpion. He's been in a lot of stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That opening fight scene with him and Sub-Zero.
I was
in the
gonna
first
say
one,
that
great.
was
Yeah.
was
like you
just-
could put that on loop.
You
and it's
could.
just,
You could.
Yeah.
You're right. The
That-
story is where it, falters.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a story based on a shaky story from a video game
Yeah,
in
it's loose.
1992.
Just we have to
but-
figure out a way to get these people to fight each other.
Right.
So let's
Right.
weave it in and out of that, and that's fine. That's what you need.
The fatalities and gore were there.
Yep.
Yes.
The idea of Mortal Kombat is great, right? Like
yeah.
bringing people from different realms to fight for their world. Like
Yeah,
it's a
pairing
good
up
story.
interesting powers,
Yep.
like
I know we'll be entertained. Is it going to win Oscars? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we'll be entertained.
I don't think anyone involved with Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat 2 is gunning for an Academy Award. I think they know what kind of movie they're making, and that's kind of what I felt about the first one too. Like,
Right.
it's not going to win any screenwriting awards or anything like that, but like when you're making a movie like that, you got to know what kind of movie you're making, and you're not trying to like hide behind the idea that you're going to make like some prestige version of Mortal Kombat and you're going to break the mold of these movies.
Yeah,
And like, it's
right,
like, nah,
right.
you're making
You're
a
going
Mortal
in with a
Kombat
popcorn
movie.
bucket.
It's
Yeah.
got to be
and-
entertaining and popcorny, and the action has to be great. So like focus on that. And that's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're capitalizing on nostalgia a lot too.
For
they're-
sure.
They're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
after the people, and then anyone who wants to go see an action flick that
Right.
really isn't invested because it's such a simple story. That
Yeah, yeah.
like-
And that
I-
nostalgia is perfectly aimed at people the age of the three of us.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah, in our demographic,
I mean,
absolutely.
I grew up playing the original Mortal Kombat,
Oh.
and then 2, and then 3, and
yeah.
When the
all
local
yeah.
pizzeria got that stand-up game, we
Oh,
blew
yeah.
our minds. There's blood, there's gore, there's a lot more than what we were used to. You know?
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The fatalities ripping people's hearts out as kids.
Yep.
We were like, this is insane.
Yeah, that was just like it was like playground hype and
Yeah,
playground. Like,
100%.
did you see that if you do this, he does this? Like
Yep.
that kind of thing. Like, I saw him rip the guy's skull
Yeah.
off, and like I kicked the head off him, like all this kind of like that can't be true. That can't be, then like going to see it yourself in the arcade, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like
my
yeah.
best friend, I hope I'm going to tell him to watch this episode, but he grew up 2 houses down from me. When that game first came out, it was around the corner from our house on the block in downtown Hamilton. And at one day, his mom couldn't find him. And she called us. There's a neighborhood watch going on. We drove around. She called the police.
Oh my god.
He was at the pizzeria playing Mortal Kombat by
That's
himself. Just none of us could go that day. He had brought his money. He had pizza for dinner. He was there for like 3 hours. His mom
He's
freaked.
like, oh,
That's
Dan,
awesome.
going.
Dan, don't you
I'm
scared your
going.
mother, your poor mother. But we were like, of course he was at the pizzeria playing
like,
Mortal
where else would he
Kombat,
be?
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like game's fresh.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah. So I think we're in for a fun time.
I think so too, and I think it's actually a little heartening to me that it's taken so long. They didn't like rush out a sequel to the first one.
Love
The
it.
first
yeah.
one was like it was a COVID movie. Am I wrong? Like it was kind of like did it- I-
right
when did it
around-
come out?
It
Was
was.
20
Yes, it came on HBO because we had,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had bought the streaming service.
right. Yeah. So I think like, well, maybe it's the fact they must have found enough success on streaming or whatever to garner a sequel. But the fact that they didn't just like pump it out,
Right.
like we'll take any script, we'll take any one, like we'll just bang this thing out, makes me think maybe that they took the right amount of time to make a solid film. And again,
Talking about this is making me want to go back and watch the
yes, same.
recent one again.
Yeah.
You know what the problem with the story was too is that they had to like have this connection to. They didn't need the connection to Earth with Cole. Being
Yeah, man.
Scorpion's like descendant.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cage, but I guess maybe they just wanted to save him for the second one or Sonya Blade could just been their first connection to Earth and then just go
for
with it.
sure.
Yeah.
I was confused when the first time I saw it. I was just like, should I know who this character
It
is?
was
And then I
unnecessary.
looked, I was like, oh, they made him up. That's
Right.
fine.
I figured he was
But,
just
like-
from one of the ones past where I played.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I agree with you. What was the other thing that we were talking about recently? Oh, the Masters of the Universe trailer. Did you see the
Yeah.
trailer for the new
Yep.
Masters of
I
the
did.
Universe? Came out
I
a few
did.
weeks ago. To me, that's just like, there's no reason to connect that to Earth to me at all. Like, just embrace the source material. He doesn't have to be like lost. He doesn't have to like be find that he's belongs in this otherworldly kingdom. Just like invest in the place where it takes place. Invest in Eternia.
Right.
Make us believe that's a real place.
Yep.
Similar to like Star Wars does, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't take place on Earth. It takes place on this desert planet. You're gonna believe that desert planet is a real place. So like, why do you have to connect it to Earth? It's like a waste of time for me. I don't care.
In '87 when they connected to Earth.
Exactly.
And everyone was pissed. Like, why aren't we in Eternia?
Yes, exactly.
This one where they are getting it right is they're capping on nostalgia of the figures, right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I saw exact action figures that
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
with in that
Exactly.
trailer, and
Yeah.
I was
For-
like Spike-Or. I was
Sure.
like, oh my gosh, they're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
doing it.
Yes.
Trap jaw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so they're gonna make us forget about the Earth thing.
Right.
With, and I think it'll probably be like, if they do it right, like what, 20 minutes on Earth, like just explain.
I mean,
it,
hopefully,
right?
hopefully.
And then the rest of Eternia, but everything looked great otherwise. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't super. I don't know. The Earth
What were
thing
you not
kind of
happy
bugged me
with?
out. I don't know. Or He-Man is just something. Steve and I have talked about it. Where like, I loved it when I was a kid, but it's not something that has like stuck with me as
Right.
I've grown up. So it's just not something that I'm inherently excited for, I guess. So like, if the movie comes out and it's great, then I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll see a He-Man movie. But like, it's not. There's something like Star Wars I've loved since I was 5. Superheroes, Marvel, DC stuff, just still in there. Things like Transformers, maybe I'm not as big a fan of as I was when I was a kid. Like, there's certain things that stuck and certain things
They
that kind
become
of fell
like B
away
and
a little
C,
bit.
like C
Exactly.
tier.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. There you go.
Fair enough,
There you go.
like-
Yeah.
Yes, I'll see it because I want to see the action figures and
Yeah.
how they do them, like Fisto's in there.
Yeah.
like, you know?
Yeah, no, I was like, is that Fisto? Like a character I hadn't thought of in 25 years or something, and then I'm just like, oh, wow.
Again,
I'm not gonna
Comes
lie.
right
I
back
don't
to
think
me.
I've thought of any of them in 25
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
and
easily.
Until I
half of
saw
them
them.
came-
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah. that is a
popcorn
thing.
flick. You know,
Yeah.
We'll see how scary or risky. Is it PG or PG-13? Do we like? It's got to be
I
PG.
don't
My guess
remember.
is it's PG-13. It's got to be.
My kid's got to go to a little older, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on like. I feel like some PG-13 stuff is just because of the violence in it or whatever, But then there's PG-13 stuff like
Yeah.
the Batman, which is basically an R movie that nobody
You
swears
slipped
and there's
it
no
through,
nudity
yeah.
and there's
Yep.
no blood in it or whatever. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of blood, but not enough. PG-13 is like a wide umbrella.
It really is.
Yeah.
And imagine back in the day before PG-13.
When PG
when you're
was
looking
everything from
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
that was a breadth of material at that
exactly.
point.
Yeah.
PG's everything from Star Wars to Jaws or
Yeah.
or like
Absolutely.
Gremlins or Temple of Doom or something. It's
And they are
PG
putting out-
Stain. Yeah.
What's that?
These movies though, like He-Man or the new Sonics, I was talking to your friend.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah,
About they will help parents like us
Yeah.
reconnect our kids to
Tyler,
like,
come here.
our childhood stuff.
Right.
And that'll be really
Just
fun.
Calling audible. This is my friend Tyler Iannizi, fan of the podcast, local Syracuse actor and writer. How do you feel about the new Masters of the Universe film? Do you have any nostalgia for that, or what do you think?
I actually was a fan. I first discovered He-Man in the newer cartoon they did in the mid 2000s, and I became a big fan of that. And then discovered the rest of the media through that. As far as the movie goes, I share a lot of opinions where I don't get why it's on Earth. I don't get why it can't just be.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, that's what started this conversation, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're afraid to just start in the fantasy world of Eternia. Honestly, I think it creates more. I think it makes things more complicated by having things.
Yeah, because then they have to explain how he gets from Earth to there. Yeah, it's like, I guess that's what it is. Because of the Earth thing, it makes me think that the makers of the film don't believe in the source material.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're not invested enough to. They don't believe that they can sell Eternia to a general.
I know what movie you're
populace.
making, like Mortal Kombat. This
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
He-Man movie.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just start it there.
Start it
like,
there.
And sell
But
it.
like, if James Gunn can sell us on a talking tree and a raccoon, and because he believes in those characters and believes in the source material,
Amen.
why can't Master of the Universe people sell us on just Prince Adam and a giant green tiger and all that right
Amen.
from right off the bat?
Amen.
you know? Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler. I mean, maybe they're just trying to give us, introduce newer generations to it also, but
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't know who he is and he has to rediscover, but who knows? Maybe they plan on a sequel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they do
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, yeah. Everything.
I-
We're living in an age where if anything makes any amount of money, it's getting 12 sequels.
Yeah, right.
And
I'm
a-
pretty
and
sure
a
the
spin-off
original
TV show.
1977 Star Wars was the last movie that was made without knowing that there was going to be a sequel at least
Yes.
thought of.
You know what? I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I think Star Wars is where that started for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But then also like George Lucas, smart enough man to be like, nah, we're gonna call it after 3.
Right.
Like, maybe it's because technology or for whatever, but like, I'm not gonna rush to make these if I'm not ready to make them. Anyway.
Yep.
So dipping a little bit into the horror realm, which we talk about every once in a while on Multiverse Report, because I'm a big horror guy. There's a new version of I guess the Frankenstein Tale or Bride of Frankenstein Tale, The Bride, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, starring Jessie Buckley as the bride and Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster, coming out next week, I believe. He also said, is Jake Gyllenhaal's in it? Is Ronnie
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Reed?
okay. Yeah, I didn't know what character that was.
I don't know Ronnie Reed either, but I mean, if Maggie Gyllenhaal's directing it,
Yeah, like
Right.
you
calling
call
it
it
a-
Jake. Yeah.
yeah, calling it a favor for a bro.
Right.
I've heard about this movie for a while, and I think the trailer looks really interesting. It kind of looks more like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. I don't know if either of
Yes.
you guys have seen the
Mhm.
trailer,
I
but
didn't see this one.
it kind of looks like, it's a version of, you're not going to hire Christian Bale and just have him go "Arr, fire.
Right.
Like he's the version of the monster that can speak and talk well
Yep.
and everything.
Do you think they're like,
And-
don't do your voice? Don't do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Batman
do the
voice.
Batman voice. Yeah.
That explains though why he I'd seen him kind of on the press tour recently, and that definitely explains why he's on a press tour.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, for sure. And Jesse Buckley, I think he, similar to the book, he asks for a bride to be made for him, and that ends up being Jesse Buckley. I don't know really where it goes from there, but it does kind of look like gangster style almost. Like I said, Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. And I'm into that. I've heard Maggie Gyllenhaal described it as like a kind of a punk rock version of the
Right.
story, I think. So like, but I don't know. I'm a horror guy, and honestly, I'm a Frankenstein guy. I like the original James Whale movie quite a bit.
We're living in the Frankenstein era right now between the Netflix.
Yeah,
movie
between
and
the
this, and-
Guillermo del Toro version that is nominated for Best Picture. So like, the public consciousness maybe hot on Frankenstein. Is it too much? What do we think about, like, how are we feeling about The Bride?
I mean, I don't know how much as much as I enjoyed it, and I know you enjoyed it, I don't know if you. I'd assume you saw the
The Guillermo
Netflix,
del Toro
um,
Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
My wife watched it and I didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we
I
actually
go to
talked
bed
about that.
early.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was
and-
when you were guesting on the pod. It was right when that. I think it just finished it.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
But I don't know if that got the run that you would expect out of a prestige type name like.
Well, that's like the Netflix
Frankenstein.
baggage, right?
Right.
Because they don't really do the theatrical thing too much. I
Right.
mean, it got enough, at least critical acclaim, to get awards
Yeah.
nominations
And with
stuff
that
like that. but-
cast, like,
Yeah.
they put something into it. It
Yeah.
was just, I really enjoyed it. But,
Yeah.
where's the draw for this? Is there that real, in the general populace, like
Yeah.
from us, I know we're all going to go see it or
Mhm.
want to see it.
Yeah.
I say that because usually I end up wanting to see a lot
Yeah,
of things
and
and
not
not
getting
making
out
it to
there.
the theater.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it seems, I would hope that there's the audience for it.
Yeah.
Especially, with Bale leading, there's got to be at least some people that'll go just for that.
Yeah. I mean, Christian Bale is another guy that I don't think is ever really bad.
Right.
He can be big and he can be kind of really, smaller and focused, but like even when he's in like a movie that's not great, I think he's always a good performance. And Jessie Buckley is, from what I've heard, front runner for best actress this year at the Oscars for her Hamnet performance. I
My
feel like
wife watched that and was crying. I was going to bed. She was watching it bawling.
Yeah.
I guess. It was
I haven't
amazing.
seen it, but every report that I hear is that there's no way she's not going to win Best Actress. Like,
Right.
yeah, like the Best Actor race is like is it going to be Leo? Is it going to be Michael B. Jordan? But like no one is saying anything else about
It's just
anything other
guaranteed,
than
isn't it?
Jessie Buckley. Yeah. So I mean, I think this could work as long as, because it's so radically different than the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein. It does have a more of a punk rock vibe. It looks radically different. Del Toro kind of stuck closer to like the book, and this is definitely like a different interpretation.
Right.
But is the public? Do they want another Frankenstein movie so quickly?
Right. That's a
after-
great question.
yeah.
It's tough that they're following a property like that. Like when we brought this up, or I brought this up with us, was talking about Sinners, and like horror is really, this is like great that it's coming to a forefront. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, Sinners, that's the most Oscar nominations for a movie, and it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yes, it talks about a lot of like racial undertones and in the South at the time, but like it is gory and it is absolutely about vampires. And
Yeah, it's unquestionably a horror movie. Like it is all these other things. Like I've heard people argue that it's kind of a musical
Right,
at the same time.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like 4 or 5 times where like the movie stops so someone can perform a song.
Yeah.
And if you count that, then I guess it's a musical. But like and both Frankenstein and Sinners nominated for Best Picture this year. So like horror had a pretty good year.
That's banner for horror, dude.
Yeah.
Like this is amazing for horror fans like us. And I'm pumped to watch the Oscars. I hope it runs away with it. And Sinners was it blew my mind. Me and my wife rented it.
Yeah.
The end, the post-credit scene
Ugh.
with
So good.
that's Buddy Guy.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
So good.
And I cried when he's like, I reckon before that night, before it became night, that was the best day of my life.
I saw that in the theater, and my friend and I were leaving, and she was like, "Why wasn't that actually in the movie?"
I know,
and
right?
I was
They
like,
just put it
"I know. That's
stuck
like
it at the
the
end.
end of the movie.
Just
like,
stuck it at the end.
how many people are walking out before that scene hits?"
I know.
Like, stick
Stack just
around.
came from a DOS Effects
So
concert.
good.
It's all dressed up just like
Oh,
them. And he had
so
the
good.
80s ring that said
Yeah,
Stack
man.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, I love when Buddy Guy's like, I reckon I've seen enough of this place.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh
Like,
my
that should have
God.
been right at the end. Like
I
they
know.
didn't need to post credit that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
I get it, but also like, I don't know. That's just the end of the movie.
You know what I
There's-
want
That's
the
the end of the
spin-off
story.
of?
Yeah.
I want the spin-off of, remember when Remick goes to the house and the Native Americans are trying to
Yeah.
chase
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
down?
Oh, dude, I thought the same thing because I just rewatched it recently. I was like,
Give me
I
the
want
tale
their
about
story.
them.
Yes.
Yeah, like, are they a badass group of Native Americans that go around
that
and hunt?
fight vampires.
Yeah, that fight vampires.
Yeah.
Or like, and also the one guy's girlfriend was talking about like that's very spiritual, almost voodoo. It like
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
about other different monsters. She's like, vampires are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do they hunt other aspects of the
Dude.
supernatural too? Like, give
Yes.
me that.
Yes, I had the same thought because I just rewatched it and I was like, I need to know more about those guys.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
like when he leaves, he's like, go with God or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
They're
and-
like, we got to go. Sun's going down.
yeah, and then he's the guy's already dead.
like
in
they're
there.
hard and fast to the rules of whatever their establishment is. Yeah.
Yep. So,
So
yeah.
we're going to have a whole Sinners universe by the time we're done with it.
I mean,
Bring it
honestly,
on.
that is a movie that they could do kind of probably countless spin-offs and sequels from. And I don't know. I wouldn't want to like ruin because Sinners is like it's like a perfect movie and it's magical, and I wouldn't want to like ruin that with a bunch of like lesser
Right.
spin-offs and things like that.
spin-offs
But like,
Amen,
yeah.
amen.
but like if Ryan Coogler, if he finishes Black Panther 3 and he's like, yeah, my next movie is about the Native American vampire hunters, and I'll be like, fuck yeah, dude.
And just he
Yeah.
can just name it whatever Native Americans call vampire, a word for
Yeah.
vampire. Just
Yep.
name it that. Man,
Yeah.
Just give it to us.
It doesn't even have to like, don't call it Sinners 2. Call it, whatever.
Yeah,
and
kind of connected to the Sinners universe and just the aspect of like you see that it's maybe even starts with those guys going back to their village.
yeah.
And being
Go
like,
from there.
Yeah, they're done. That one got away. We
Yep.
got to focus on these other ones. We
Yeah,
know where they're
exactly.
going.
That'd be great.
Call us up, Coogler.
Yeah.
We got
we
the
got ideas.
storyboard for
We got
you.
ideas, and that's a good way to do it because, like, I was just reading about, I don't know if you're as big a fan of this horror franchise as I am, but they just announced a new Evil Dead movie.
Oh,
Okay.
am I?
Okay.
God, when I was a kid, I rented them all, right? 1 and 2.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like, these are amazing. This is incredible.
You watch them the same night?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
First time I saw it, me and my friend watched. We were like, these are supposed to be funny, right? And we rented Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and we watched Evil Dead, and we were like, oh. Okay.
Very different.
We had to like take a break. We had like
Yeah.
went upstairs and watched Cartoon Network for like a half hour. So we're like,
Especially after the Vine
that wasn't
scene.
funny.
You're
Oh
like,
yeah. We're like, when
this is legit.
is this supposed to be funny?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And then we watched Evil 2. We're like, okay, this is more what
This
we
is going
thought it was
there.
going to be.
And then Army of Darkness.
And then
is
the
like,
next weekend we
Ash
watched.
has come
Army
full
of Darkness.
circle.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he is just
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah.
So I think we had talked. I saw Army of Darkness before the other
Right.
two.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And that
Yeah.
was like a complete, like Mike's saying, a complete mind fuck.
Yeah.
of, like,
That had to be fun
holy-
though too, to see like how confident he was in that, and to go back to where he's just learning about
Right.
this, and he's just
Yeah.
like, oh god. Like,
Yeah.
Last time I think I watched Army of Darkness this past October, and it is just insane that movie is a sequel to The Evil Dead.
Yes.
I know, right?
It's just insane.
Well, that's
that
Raimi,
it's the
right?
same character.
No,
Yes.
Raimi
the
carried
magic
it
of
on.
Sam
And-
Raimi.
Yeah, and he's like, we're just gonna turn this all on
Yeah.
its head.
But the article I was reading, because like Evil Dead has been able to sustain itself because it's not getting so bogged down in continuity.
Right, yeah.
Right? It's not like Halloween or Friday the 13th where it's like, no, it's always the same guy and the same story, and then by the 7th one or whatever, it's like, okay, I've seen this a million times.
Right.
They're like Evil Dead Rise, an apartment complex. The Evil Dead remake is like it's the same story, but it's different in the same way. Like they're figuring out ways to continue the franchise but keep things fresh, which this article was saying is like a key to longevity.
Yeah.
And I think something like a Sinners sequel that isn't called Sinners 2, The Wrath of Stack or whatever,
Right,
crazy
yeah.
subtitle,
Yeah.
is a good way to do that, to keep establish a franchise without immediately just running it into the ground.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah,
And like what you said, we live in the age where everyone is just crazed. Like if
Yeah.
it does well,
It's going to have a sequel.
here's
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So you were talking about Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to do it. Of make it feel like you knew it was an Evil Dead movie,
Right.
Yeah, they find a book, they read
Right.
from it.
It was
We know the
100% an Evil
template.
Dead
We know the
movie.
template.
Right.
Yeah,
but it felt so different.
Yeah.
It did for sure.
yeah. Because
Keep
like
doing
it's
that.
only a matter of time before they have to not do it in a cabin again.
Right.
You know how many times? Plus, like the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV show, like they go
Yep.
back to the cabin a couple times in that. So it's like,
Oh, that was fun too.
Oh,
That
it
was
was so fun.
That was just.
I
Fun.
love that series.
Yeah.
But just like can't do the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Let's get out of the woods, put it in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
And so now there's 2 Evil Dead movies in development right now at the same time.
Really?
Evil Dead Burn comes out this year,
Right.
and they just announced Evil Dead Wrath.
Oh,
which
okay.
is cool that they're announcing another one, and it's a different director, it's a different creative team, it's the same,
Yeah.
produced by Sam Raimi, but like, it's
We're
still not going to
100%.
be, it's not bringing back Bruce Campbell, it's not
Yeah.
going to connect to anything else, it's just going to be still Evil
This
Dead, but
is
just new.
definitely like
That's
a
what's
new
always-
age of horror.
That's
Yeah.
what's always been great is that it never was Bruce Campbell connecting. I mean, in essence, it's a Necronomicon.
Yes.
Connects it.
Yes.
That, that's where it can just keep going through stories.
Yeah.
And creating new stories of like,
Yep.
oh, they got
Yeah.
the book, they're screwed.
Right.
Like, this is the setting for it.
Yep. Now, all that being said, I would love to see a team up between like Mia from the remake and Ash, or like the woman, I don't remember her name, that survives
Right.
Rise. I would love that. My little nerdy heart would love a crossover, but I understand why they're not doing it,
Now-
and I
Yeah.
understand.
On the flip side, take that and make a Army of Darkness style.
Sure. Yeah.
So like keep the main line, the standard horror,
Yeah.
and then like team people up and spin it off into the
Yeah.
completely insane funny stuff.
Maybe it's like let's meld two of our topics. Maybe it's like Evil Dead, but Mortal Kombat, and they all have to fight each other. Like all the survivors.
There you go.
There you go.
Have brought together.
We're cooking tonight, folks. You're watching the best stream right now on YouTube. I'll tell you that.
Kugler, Ramey, call us.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
Oh my God, if Kugler and Ramey got together for something like that,
Dude.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It'd be so great.
Oh my God. All of us fanboys loved it when Raimi took Doctor Strange. Some people were like, we don't get it. And I was like, we get it.
We get it. We get it.
We know what he's doing.
Yep.
How do you feel about that movie, Multiverse of Madness? I'm a little mixed on it.
I am mixed.
Yeah.
I am mixed. And like the Sam Raimi in me loves it,
Yeah.
But there were just aspects that I was just like, it felt like a standalone horror really than connecting to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Marvel universe.
I think for me, I feel similarly about it to like Spider-Man 3, where it's like the stuff that you can tell the stuff that was Sam Raimi's idea, and you can tell the
Yep.
stuff that he had to do
Ugh.
to further that the studio wanted him to do or whatever, like. And I feel like if you just gave Sam Raimi like, here, make a Doctor Strange movie, you don't have to tie in a multiverse, you don't have to do anything else, you can just make a Doctor Strange movie, then it maybe probably would have been a little stronger.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
100%.
did you see Send Help? Speaking of Sam Raimi, his newest movie.
No,
Just-
that's the one with on the island.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I was. It's
really good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
it's a lot of fun.
It's on the list for
It's
sure.
a lot of fun.
It's on. The
It's
list.
not like a straight like gory Evil Dead horror kind of thing, but it's got its moments, and it's hard Sam Raimi. Like you can tell that he made it,
I'm in.
Right.
and it's not a thing where you're like, oh, he's still. You're like, oh, he's still Sam Raimi. He's still got his fastball.
Bless
You know
his
what I mean?
heart.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
So the other thing that you pulled movie-wise, Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. It's a great podcast, always asking the nerdy questions of the people that it
yes.
talks to. Zack Snyder was recently on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast.
Hold on. How do we keep coming back to Zack Snyder?
Steve, that's a great question, man. Everything keeps coming back to Zack. Well, because he keeps talking about stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to promote. He's got stuff he
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to promote, despite it not being DC related anymore. But it's like no matter what George Lucas is involved in, he's going to get a question about Star Wars. You
Right.
know what I mean?
100%.
So it's like the same thing. Like, doesn't matter what Zack Snyder's promoting. They're like, well, hey, if you ever
Right.
finished your Justice League movies, what would that be? Someone's going to ask that
What are
question.
your thoughts on
So
what
your
James
movie about
Gunn's doing?
potato planting sounds great, but Justice League.
Yeah, but Batman. Yeah. So he was kind of asked about if there was, and this keeps coming up, and it kind of ties into a huge piece of Hollywood news that Paramount looking to buy Warner Brothers. That seems like that is going to happen. Netflix has withdrawn its bid, and Paramount is offering a ton of money. That is depressing for a number of reasons. But there's things like that keep happening where people are like, whoa, maybe
Yeah.
now they'll
This-
restore the Snyderverse.
The
Like,
Snyder call was definitely like, huh?
yeah, exactly. Now, huh? So he was asked about the possibility of ever finishing his plans for Justice League, I guess, and the quote that you pulled was, not necessarily. Sorry. Finishing them, maybe not in a movie, but in maybe as an animated series
Right.
or a comic book series,
Some
which
comic
I
books.
think is accurate. And
Yeah.
I think that's doing it as a comic book. I think that's a cool idea.
I think
Wait,
it is. 'Cause
Doing
if
a
anyone,
comic book property as a comic book
Yeah.
is a good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird.
Yeah.
we have to read those though.
Yeah. So his answer was, we've absolutely talked about it for quite a bit. We live in a world where that's possible, and whatever form it would take, that would be amazing. And
He's always leaving that little nugget.
he loves to do
Yeah.
that. He loves to
Keep them-
post the never before seen picture of Henry Cavill as Superman. I see that all the time. I'm like, dude, just stop doing this. He's just poking the
He's
fandom.
just
I
keeping
think.
himself relevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Is he?
If he doesn't do that, does anyone see his other movies?
I was gonna say, is he kind of cooked now? Like, I know
think
he
so.
did the Netflix zombie stuff, but that didn't really hit as hard as I think they wanted. And I think he's got to do something to kind of get his career back on course.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Was it him that had the really bad Star Wars ripoffs on Netflix too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, is that what I'm talking about? No, Army of the Dead and Rebel Moon. That was
Rebel
the
Moon,
Star
that's
Wars.
what I was
Rebel
thinking of.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I forgot about that. And I think those are kind of supposed to be like major plays, and I don't know that either of
They
them
were
really
plays.
hit. as hard as they wanted to. But also, that's the Netflix thing. Like, not
When did
everybody
Re-
even has Netflix.
When did
Right.
Rebel Moon come out? Was that this past year?
No, it
Or
was
last year,
maybe
I
2
mean?
years
I
ago.
want to say maybe 24, or maybe
Yeah.
early 25. I
'Cause
don't remember.
I feel bad for anyone trying to release something big on Netflix last year when K-pop Demon Hunters just
Yeah, right.
just like,
yeah,
you aren't-
was the thing.
yeah, and you had kids and like you ain't watching anything else.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
exactly, yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
you want to, sorry, you're shadowed by that.
I know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like you guys do. Like, is he cooked? Like, what else? You know, he'd have to come up with something very original.
Yeah.
I think that,
Yeah.
that would pull people back into.
Well, but
it.
he tried that. You know, he's
But
over
he-
2 on that.
I mean,
True.
but did he also write those movie
Yeah.
Army of the Dead too? Like, I think
I
he's
don't know
got
about Army of the Dead, but I think he did Rebel Moon.
I think the best movie that Zack Snyder's ever directed is the remake of Dawn of the Dead, which he did not write.
Right.
You know who wrote it? James Gunn. And I'm not saying he's got to reteam with James Gunn, because James Gunn is certainly in a different position now than he was. But I think Zack Snyder should do a movie that he doesn't write. I think he should direct someone else's script.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the way for him to get back on top. But is this quote, you know, is he just trying to like rally up his fanboys? Is he trying to whatever? Like, I don't know. Like we said, comics I think is a good idea. That's a good place
Yeah.
for the Snyderverse. But also at the same time, they've been such like a loud voice on the internet for years now.
Yep.
And a lot of times can be considered kind of like maybe too negative or toxic, or trying to like review bomb the James Gunn stuff or whatever. You know, there's
yeah.
like a lot of like nah around that fandom. And I'm sure not everybody's like that, but the loud ones are.
Plus, DC's on a stride with their Absolute Universe too.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
People are digging so many different. You know, you might not like one, but you'll love the other.
Yeah.
So Batman's huge, and like,
I mean,
so would you really want to try to plug that in when you're having such success?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think part of the reason that they are still so loud is because them being loud is what got HBO Max to give Zack Snyder to let him finish his Justice League movie, right?
I mean, that's also what got, was it Craven re-released in the theater, or Morbius,
Morbius,
re-released
yeah.
in the theaters? Like, the masses are not
No,
always
we
the best,
really want to see it
yeah.
this time. Please re-release it. I
Studios
promise
are
you.
not great at reading the room.
That's a good segue into what you brought up.
That's true. Yeah. That Sony.
I thought this was fake when
Yeah.
I read it.
So,
Dude, I was not
Yeah.
positive. I was
I
like,
think all of us were
who
in the
at
same boat.
Sony said this? But apparently the president of Sony, or you know, I don't remember the quote. It was a legit quote. It's from Deadline or Variety or
Yeah.
something, interviewing a higher up at Sony Pictures, saying that they plan to revive their Spider-Man offshoot universe that doesn't have Spider-Man in it,
Yep.
with new actors. Now, there was not a whole lot of detail around this. It was just a thing where the interviewer said, "Are you going to revive it?" And the guy said, "Yes." And they said, "With new people?" And he said, "Yes." Like, there wasn't like, "Yes, and Spider-Man's still not going to be in it," or "We're going to use all the same characters," or whatever.
Right.
Like, there was no detail at all. If they're going to do this and Spider-Man's going to be in some of these movies, great.
Yeah.
Great. I'll take more Spider-Man movies. You're going to make a Miles Morales? For years people have said, like, yeah, Sony should do this, but they should use Miles instead. You know, if Disney and the MCU were using Peter Parker, use Miles. Or some people after No Way Home were like, why can't Andrew Garfield be the Spider-Man of like the Sony universe? Like,
Right.
there's ways for them to make that work.
Well, we don't know if there's contractually ways for them to make it work.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the big
Yeah.
thing that we don't know.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
So they're not going to remake those movies though, right? Are they just going to find different people and be like, let's throw this at the wall and see if we get enough,
That's a great question, because they kind of blew their shot with a lot of big characters.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to run out to see a Morbius movie, even if it's a new actor. Like, no one cares about that character now. They kind of ruined that character.
Yeah.
Venom movies were popular, but it's not like they were masterpieces.
Tom Hardy.
of any
They
kind.
had Tom
They
Hardy.
had Tom Hardy, for God's sake.
I mean, it's not like they had crappy actors.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. They had good people. They just made really bad movies.
right.
And like, yeah, that's a great point, because I can't see them just making a fourth Venom movie, but calling it like Venom the new whatever,
I
you
tried
know.
The third
and,
one,
like,
I was like, what? Like somebody else.
that third one was really rough. Yeah.
Yeah, Sony should just, they did Into the Spider-Verse, right? With
Yeah.
Yeah.
keep doing that.
Yeah, and
You're
they are.
killing it with
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Like, I would just focus on that instead of just trying to throw villains at the wall and see what sticks. Unless you
I know.
have, like you said,
Unless you have
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do those movies. Like, that's his rogues gallery, and it's
And
great,
we were
but-
just talking about, because Sony announced they're working on an animated Venom movie. No other information than that. And I think it was maybe last week we talked about
Yeah,
it,
it was
right?
last week.
Or I can't be immediately down on that because I didn't know that Into the Spider-Verse was going to be one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. So
Right.
All right.
maybe an animated Venom movie would be great, but like, it's like, I guess I forgot the point I was going to make.
Basically, that
But-
Sony continues to make shit movies with a great property, and
Yeah.
partly they keep
Oh,
doing it
oh.
so that they retain the rights. and
Yeah,
that's half the
That's
problem.
true. It's
Right.
because I want to retain the rights, but also, like I said to you, I'm fine with an animated Venom movie, but I need him to have some kind of connection to Spider-Man.
Yes.
And it really bothered me. And yes, this is just like the comic book nerd boy in me not being able to move past something, but like it just makes no sense that Venom has no connection to Spider-Man. I don't need him to be like the arch rival. They can be friendly or antagonistic a little bit, but like Venom's origin comes from Spider-Man.
Right.
And to have it be disconnected to that almost makes me not care about Venom, really. Like, I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I crazy?
Did Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, although it was atrocious and threw so many villains at us at once, that was more accurate at least?
Yes. Yes, for
100%.
sure.
You know, Peter had to go through wearing the symbiote suit,
Yeah.
detract from it. Eddie
Yep.
Brock finds it.
Yep.
Topher Grace.
Yep.
You know,
So,
but it
that-
was more complete.
yeah.
Yes.
So
it's more
that's something
complete.
we've touched on a couple of times. When Marvel does Secret Wars,
Yeah.
do we
Are
see
we
the
getting the black
symbiote?
costume, do you think? Are we getting a Tom Holland
Like-
in the black costume?
there's two sides of it. Like, it's so iconic, but
That's a great question.
But is it but have we had too much black costume
right,
in recent
we still
years?
have never seen Spidey in the black costume in recent years.
Not since 2003. Is that when
Something
Spider-Man
like
3
that,
came out?
yeah.
What's the legalities with Sony has the rights to all this stuff, and Marvel owns Spider-Man, right?
No,
No, Sony owns
Sony owns
Spider-Man.
Sony owns Spider-Man.
Sony owns everything, and
so,
they
but Marvel
license.
doesn't want to play nice to let them have a Spider-Man, like to let them use Spider-Man, right? Because they're using Spider-Man for all their own stuff.
I think that is the. I don't know that I've ever read a confirmation on that, but
Right.
that is my understanding. That it seems like they're not cool with. They're not cool with a second Spider-Man. I mean, they're fine with an animated version,
Right,
and that and the fact that it's Miles. I guess Peter's in those movies too, but he's not the main character.
Right.
But
They don't wanna
animation
cross
distinguishes it enough
Yeah.
to make it not confusing.
It's kind of like DC right now, where like they're letting what's his name, Matt Reeves, do his Batman,
and they're
universe.
saying they're going to do
Do
another.
a separate
Yeah,
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because they don't want to convolute things.
right. I don't.
You are convoluted.
You are.
Oh.
You are. But like comic readers are used to that kind of thing.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at a shelf where there's four different Batman stories up there. None of them look the same. None of them are drawn the same. Like
Mhm.
there's,
Yeah.
like we get it. We comic readers get it. But I understand there might be confusion of the general public. But at the same time, like no one went to see the Batman thinking it was going to be Ben Affleck.
Right.
And like no one saw the Flash. I mean, no one saw the Flash,
Yeah.
but like no one went to see the Flash thinking, why isn't this Robert Pattinson? Saying
Right,
like
right.
people they do get it, but I understand that it would be confusing. But especially if you can use Miles, a live action Miles instead of Peter, that's a totally different character.
Yeah.
Really, he's just also called Spider-Man
Well, on the flip side, though, Marvel's already teased Aaron Davis, his uncle.
in the MC. Oh yeah, they
MCU.
did in Homecoming. That's
Um,
right. Donald
like,
Glover.
There's
Oh, that's right. Prowler.
Yeah.
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 So basically, it seems like Marvel doesn't want to lose all creative control of one of their flagship
I can-
characters.
I can certainly see Marvel not wanting to let Sony be the ones to introduce a live action Miles Morales. I can see like, no, we want to do this. It's the MCU is ours.
Right.
We want to do this.
And Sony's been like their track record with these movies has been so poor
Yeah.
that they kind of have to keep Marvel happy to keep making these Spider-Man movies that are actually making money.
What would you guys you're in charge of the new Sony Spider-Man
Ugh.
or non-Spider-Man universe. Okay, you know what? Let's keep it the way they've been doing it. You can't use Spider-Man, but you own every other Spider-Man character. And I don't know that that's true because I don't know that they own.
Right.
I'm sure Disney. I mean, Disney clearly has the rights to. Well, I don't
No,
know
they don't
because those Spider-Man movies are Sony
those are
produced
Sony
movies.
that are
M-
Marvel
made-
Studios
They're
because of
made
like,
by Disney, distributed by Sony, but they're Sony
yeah, there's
Pictures.
Sony Pictures.
All right. Well, okay. Let's pretend you can't use Spider-Man, but you can use any other Spider-Man character. what movie are you? What's the first movie you
That's
announced for your
really
new
good.
Sony Spider-Verse?
I'm not doing the Vulture.
Nope.
That's just I love Keaton as the Vulture.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good updated like suit and everything explanation.
I agree. I like his version of the Vulture is great. They did a really good job with that.
Tie it into like tech and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
'cause
one of
you
my
can't-
favorite Spider-Man movies, hands down.
100%.
Homecoming, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you do? I'm trying to think of like later rogues.
You know what you do?
together.
Oh, are we talking just Rogues Gallery? You can't use Spider-Man,
Can't use Spider-Man.
Okay.
Peter Parker or Miles,
Can't
or
use
any
Spider.
iteration.
Correct.
So like, Ghost Spider's off the.
Let's say
'cause
yes.
My brain says like, tip the scales. Just go all in on Gwen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Even in Into the Spider-Verse, she was one of the more popular characters.
For sure.
too.
Yeah, she's a
Like, she
lead
was
character in those
Yeah.
movies. I agree with that.
I agree.
But
with
then
that.
it's like,
I
why
was trying
haven't
to
they done that already?
I was trying to think of like
That's-
good, like other people he could team up with, but Marvel owns all of them.
I know.
Like,
Right.
so it's like Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I still want the Peter Parker, Bobby Drake.
Oh
story.
yeah.
Like,
That'd be
give
cool.
me that movie.
That'd be cool.
X-Men and Spidey.
Yeah.
There you go. Man, I don't know.
I mean, I don't have an answer either
I
because
don't. I was just trying to think of villains, but like they've used, Kraven, the Rhino, Morbius.
Yep.
Some classic villains, and then Venom. I mean, Green Goblin is like you got to have Spider-Man for that because the
Right.
dichotomy.
well, I thought you had to have Venom to have or Spider-Man to have a Venom movie too, but
But
they
that's
figured
what
out a way
happens.
not to do it.
But
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what happens.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Thought the same with
it's like-
Craven.
yeah.
You would have thought the same.
But
with a
also,
lot of
Green
people.
Goblin is just like he's just a crazy guy. I don't know, like, can he drive a movie? Is he a character that can like be the hero or like the main focus of a movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
Tough. That's tough.
I mean, you
It's
could,
tough.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say.
I mean,
like,
Venom is the
Hobgoblin
best choice.
turn and that,
They
but-
they made the right choice
yeah.
with leading their non-Spider-Man universe with Venom.
Richard, no character besides Spider-Man deserves a solo movie in the Sony cart.
Richard, you are
or
correct.
catalog. Yeah.
I agree
Yeah,
with
think
you.
We're there.
I agree with you.
Oh, who was above
I mean,
that?
I think Venom's the best choice that they had, but just to not connect it to Spider-Man at all, I think was a mistake.
Yeah.
But
So,
it
back-
also made
back
$1
to the
billion
Mortal Kombat
the
thing,
first
though.
one. So
Above Richard's comment, oops, all villains. Just put the entire Rogues Gallery on Battle World effectively,
yeah.
and have a Mortal Kombat.
Or they were trying to do a Sinister Six movie for like a really
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
Well,
right?
that
Yeah,
was
they
the
had
even
the
post credit for
in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they tried teasing in a Sinister Six. I
Yeah,
think.
because they had Electro locked up, and then they showed like Vulture's wings.
Vulture wings
They
and
showed
Rhino suit.
Yeah,
and
they showed that stuff, man. I would love a Sinister Six movie done right, and I don't care who does it.
It would be cool.
I think that'd be so.
Maybe that's where
badass.
they're going.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to do a Sinister Six movie, and then they'll do like spin-offs of all those
Well, 'cause,
characters.
yeah, that was the post credit scene for. Was it Venom 2?
I do not remember.
One of the Sony movies had a post credit scene that made 0 sense, but was effectively implying like it had
Well-
Keaton's Vulture. in
Oh,
it.
that was the post-credit scene for Morbius.
Morbius.
Had,
That's what it was.
Keaton magically coming
Yeah.
through a
Made no
multiverse
sense
portal
whatsoever.
for no
But-
reason.
Yeah. He just threw everything at
And
him.
you
Yeah,
just didn't
let's-
even see his face. Like he was just clearly just did voiceover. Like there's no
Yeah,
way he came
yeah.
to set just to film something in that dumb helmet. Oh, it's so funny. Like it's kind of depressing, but it's also funny when you watch something like that and you're like,
Yeah.
that never happened.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they,
Yeah.
they really thought that this was going to be
It's like you phoned
the
that
biggest movie,
one in. Yep.
and that didn't happen at all. Like the first, the original live action Super Mario Brothers movie
Oh, yeah.
ends with a cliffhanger. It ends
Of
with
the
like,
dinosaur egg, Yoshi. Yoshi's egg is.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then like the princess comes at the end, is like, "We gotta go," and he's like, "Oh, I believe we're going," and then
Yeah.
just like they never made a sequel to that movie.
That one
It's
was
like-
so off
It's
the
cringe,
wall.
but it's also
dude.
like funny to watch stuff like that.
Oh, it is.
That was
It was off the wall. It was off the wall. I listened to podcasts that dissected that movie, and they're just like, "What did they do?"
I know.
Like this de-evolution gun. or
So
like,
crazy.
you know, like,
John Leguizamo.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And Bob Hoskins, baby.
Bob.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was
Honestly, pretty good cast.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Dennis Hopper,
Dennis
Yep.
Hopper is
pretty good
Goomba,
cast.
Yeah.
yeah.
But what they did with the Goombas, I was like, "What are you doing?"
What is this?
Wow. Yeah.
So what are we reading lately, gentlemen? Let's segue into some comic talk here.
Well, after I blasted through everything I got here, their grand opening, like the Invincible Compendium and everything, I had nothing because I didn't order any comics. Like I just thought I'd wait. I did order a couple old comics that I brought
Yeah.
to show you to talk about.
Ooh.
Just two that I've read. This one, Luke Cage Hero for Hire, issue 9.
Ooh, dope.
Oh.
I bought this from Spro's Comics, who is a YouTuber.
He has a great podcast called The Comic Room Pod with him and his father-in-law. And when this actually, no, I bought this from his friend Katsu Comics because they described it together that this story was all about Doom owing Luke Cage money for a job he did, right? So I'm like, I gotta read
Okay,
this. It was
that's
like $10. I'm like, I gotta read this.
That's
so
great.
it starts off Luke Cage busting into the Fantastic Four at the Baxter Building. It's actually the first time that Luke
Wow.
Cage and Fantastic Four meet up.
Cool.
And they're trying to stop him, and Thing can't stop him. No one finally Reed wraps him up, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I need one of your rocket ships to fly to Latvia. Doom owes me money." And they're eventually like, "Okay, I guess this can't be bad if you go after Doom." I'm like, so he gets a
we're not
rocket
losing
ship.
anything.
He lands in the forest. He meets these people that Doom's enslaved, which includes an alien, which is the faceless one, first and only appearance. And Cage is just like, just Doom owes me money. I need to go to the castle. So
That's
he
so funny.
confronts Dr.
So
Doom,
great.
and he actually beats him into submission by pounding his chest in the same spot over and over.
Oh, wow.
And actually, like, Doom concedes to him. He's like, "You're the only one that's ever figured out to, like, come after one spot of my
Right.
Of
armor."
my armor, yeah.
And he pays him his $200, and he's like,
$200.
and it's a matter of $200, and he's out. He is out. He's like, "That's all I want." And like that, he's like, and the faceless, because the faceless one and the aliens were gonna kill him, and he's like, "No, I don't do that killing stuff.
Yeah.
He just owes me money." And he got his $200 and was on his way.
It is so funny that it's only $200 still.
I know.
It's so
Well,
funny.
whenever this came out in the 80s or 70s, that was,
That was probably
Yeah,
one.
I guess.
$500.
I love the color on that. It's
The
great
color
too.
is
It's
great.
gorgeous.
And
yeah.
besides, like, I mean, I was already going to buy it because of the cover alone, because
Yeah.
it's just a great
It is
image
a
of
cool
Doom
cover.
fighting Luke Cage. But if anyone has a chance to buy, go on eBay. It's probably cheap. Luke Cage, Hero Fire, issue 9. You will die at the fact that he's going after him for $200 and Doom pays off.
I feel like that's a great like inciting incident for like a new Luke Cage series, or even if they're gonna put him in a movie or something. Like, it's funny to have him be like, "This guy owes me money," and then like one thing leads to another, leads to another,
Yeah,
leads to another, and he ends up on this crazy like thing, but like he's really only in it for his money. Like, that's a pretty cool idea for any kind of
And he was a hero
series.
for hire.
Yeah.
Starring Mike Coulter and
Yeah,
Robert Downey
right?
Jr.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
The other book I read this week that I picked up
Oh.
was this one. I
Ooh,
always
hell
wanted
yeah.
to own it, and Katsu Comics also had this one. It is Daredevil issue 168, first appearance of Elektra. I think it's one of the coolest covers
That's
Wow.
awesome.
ever. Frank Miller, Klaus Janson going in on it, and I wanted to read the first appearance of Elektra and how it came to be. And you witness her father dying, and her moving away. And the fact that like her and Matt finally found Matt found someone he could love. But it's just really cool, and I've been reading so much new stuff because of people like you that have just been like, "Oh, you got to read this. Have you read this? Have you read Rook Exodus? Have you read Exquisite Corpses?"
Yeah.
All you guys have turned me into new stuff. Yes, it's hokey, and there's signs of the time, but it's still historical of so much mythos past this.
Sure,
Daredevil and
Yep.
Elektra.
And another killer cover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean
a
this
great
this
cover.
cover is just so. Thanks to Katsu Comics, I've been waiting to buy this, and finally this was like he called it like a 3.0, and I didn't care. I just wanted a reader copy, and it was sub $100. So I was like, all right, like finally I can put this in my collection. And
Yeah.
I've been buying a ton of bigger books lately because everything obviously has to go towards the rebuild before I can
Sure.
say,
Yep.
honey, I'm going to buy a big comic. But
Yeah.
those are what are you guys reading?
I've been kind of light on my reading lately. I just we talked about on our other recent episode of the Multiverse Report where I was collecting the Kelly Thompson's run of Birds of Prey for DC.
I heard you guys talk
Um,
about that. I was actually
yeah.
listening to your podcast at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I could put it. I love podcast YouTubers because I can just put it in and listen to it at work.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
greatest. But it got canceled, and I wasn't paying attention to it, and I was just like reading what ended up being the last issue, and it said, I was like, what? What are you? What?
Aw.
It's over? What? And I googled it. It was like, oh, it was canceled like 2 months ago, and I just didn't. I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
finally
I
caught
had
up
the
on the
books
stack
because it was
and
on my
then-
pull, but
yep.
I just like finally caught up. And I remember being like the second to last issue, I was like, feels like they're kind of rushing this storyline. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? And then the end, I was like, whoa, it's over. That's a bummer. So that's the most recent that I've been reading. Just catching up on that. I do have the the 3 issues of the second arc of Absolute Martian Manhunter. which has been I haven't read all the Absolute books, but Martian Manhunter, I don't know if you've read any of it, has been outstanding.
You're not the first person
Yeah.
I've heard say that.
Yeah.
He's not the first person in the room that would say that.
not the first person on this podcast that's going to say that.
And I guarantee all 4 of them up there would say it too.
Yeah,
So I was
probably.
trying to buy the trade paperback, but they don't have the first
Right.
one.
I know, it's not out
I
yet.
wanted to read, or actually Absolute Batman, so I could start getting into the universe.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
what the hype's like.
Yeah.
Absolute Wonder Woman's also phenomenal.
Everyone says
Kelly
that.
Thompson
Pick
again.
that up tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's got the one.
I think you might have the one over there.
This is great podcasting from a store where I can be like, oh yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah. Funky Town Comics, they have all these things that we're about to buy when we're done talking to you.
Cicero, Syracuse.
Yeah.
One other thing I'm going to show off. I forgot to
Ooh.
do this when I was reading. But
Damn.
so, Will Watson, friend of the channel, reached out to me a while ago when all this went down. We've been talking for a while. He knew this artist on Instagram by the name of Boss Kong. And he does these amazing. So this is a one comic book, but he does front and back. I don't know what the inside is, but it's all about the art anyways. Like I don't think this is media that you want to be touching
Sure.
too much because
Right.
it's actual paint. But Will commissioned a man thing, and you can see it's foiled. These things are gorgeous. So Boss Kong on Instagram, you can commission stuff. He has stuff for sale. So Will, thank you for commissioning me to make this Predator and Man thing foil covers.
That's awesome.
So you don't even know what book it is.
I don't know what book it is.
Doesn't matter what book it
I'm
is.
afraid to open it.
Yeah.
This is about
100%.
the art, and
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to get like a clear double-sided frame,
Yeah.
so I can switch it around
Yeah.
Right.
for what I want to preview. Like what I want to show.
Yeah.
And then the artist himself, Boss Kong, sent this along. He had heard what happened with the fire. He's like, "Hey, I want to hook you up. This is a great Walking Dead."
Whoa.
So it's got Negan, and he actually won 2 awards with this book. 2 local awards he entered in
Wow.
a contest, and he won. And it's got Michonne,
Michonne
who
on the
is-
back,
me
yeah.
and my
That's
wife's
awesome.
favorite character of The Walking Dead.
she's
Remember her
great.
first introduction when she's standing there with
Yeah.
the zombies hooked to chains?
Yeah.
That changed the entire freaking game.
So
Obviously,
cool.
it's a comic book first, I know, but
Yeah.
when you're watching it on TV and see
Yeah.
it come to life,
Yep.
so-
That was one of those, like, because it had already been on for a number of seasons at that time, and it was kind of just like another, like, oh no, they have plenty of ideas left. Like,
Yeah,
this is
right.
something
At
I
that point,
never thought
everyone's,
of.
everyone's just
yeah.
surviving,
Yeah.
and then here's her thriving.
Yeah,
Like, This is how
exactly.
you do it.
Yeah.
Tear the jaws off them. I have a sword.
Yeah. Oh,
you
it's
know?
so cool.
it definitely it turned. Yeah, it was like plenty of ideas. So
Yeah.
thanks to Will and thanks to Boss Kong. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna throw these up on Instagram. I just want to show them first on the podcast before I gave them their credit on Instagram.
That's awesome.
But really cool artwork.
Those
Like,
are very cool.
I'm all about different stuff, and this guy's page is just awesome.
And it's a cool idea to, like, we all love a good comic book cover, but it's cool to, like, use just the cover as a medium and not the cover is the piece. It's not about what's inside it. The cover
Right.
isn't being used to try to sell you the story that's inside. The cover
Right.
is just the thing.
Right.
And obviously a lot of collectors will buy comics just for the cover, of
For
course,
sure.
but like it's cool to have that just be the medium. Like, no, it doesn't matter what's inside.
Right.
It's just the cover.
Yeah, it
you know?
transcends and become a true piece of pop culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry to interrupt the reading. I forgot to show these.
No,
off.
that's
I had
fine,
to
man.
give
That's
them the
great.
All good.
due. Those are giveaway books. We'll do a giveaway in a little bit.
Oh, dope.
So you're reading. You did Birds of Prey. Anything else recently?
I mean, I am current on the new. I'm a DC guy at
Right,
heart,
Martian
so like
Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter and the Matt Fraction Batman run, I think has been really great
Mhm.
so far. I've been a big fan of that. He's kind of like softening the character a little bit, to where he's not just like a brutal asshole all the time. It's like finding ways for Batman to, like, stop a villain in like a non-violent way and stuff, like leaning more into like the hero version of Batman instead of the like vigilante
Gotcha.
punchy punch
Right.
version of Batman. Less this is a war and more like I'm in this to help people, kind
I
of thing.
like it.
And I like that too because my son always wants to watch a Batman movie, and I'm like, sorry, man, they're all too scary.
Yeah,
And it's like maybe you could read a comic, but no, this guy gets murdered, and this is like kind of
Yep.
pretty dark. So like it's cool to have. And it's not like they're nerfing him. He's still Batman. He's
How
still
old's
a
your son?
genius. He's 9.
Oh,
so
here's
like,
the killing joke.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not a complete like nerfing of the character because there's still a lot of action in the book. It's still really cool stuff. It's more fun, I guess, than a lot of like dreary, black, shadowy Batman down and dreary, lurking kind of stuff,
Right.
which is a great part of Batman.
Yeah.
At the same, a lot of reason why we love the character, but it's cool to see him succeed in a less of a dark and dreary, kind of way.
And the art and the colors on that are like
Yeah.
the palette they use is something we haven't seen out of Batman in a while.
Yeah, he's
like,
back in a bright
in the
blue
blue
and gray
suit,
suit.
like,
Yeah.
it's
Robin is a big part of it.
it's a very very different feel, but still 100%
Yeah.
feels Batman.
It's like a little more Silver Agey.
Yeah.
But in a way that I think is successful and not.
And
You guys with your close comic book stores.
Yeah.
To quote Skank from The Crow, I feel like a little worm on a big damn hook.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep up, but you guys get to read so much. So yeah, that's awesome. What's it called?
Yeah. It's just Batman.
Batman.
It's the
Batman?
current
Yeah.
new Batman line.
So
Matt
it's
Fraction.
running adjacent to Absolute Batman. Like
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they still have
they-
their mainline universe going, and the absolute. It's like Marvel with the Ultimate stuff. They're
But
still the
Ultimate
Amazing
Universe is
Spider-Man.
ending, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah, and Absolute is scaling back. I think like they're going to finish the arc for like Manhunter and Flash and Green Lantern, and they are
But
introducing
they're
Absolute Green
introducing-
Arrow.
Yeah, so
also.
those runs are actually Manhunter was supposed to be a 6-issue, like it
Yeah.
was supposed to be that first arc, and that was it.
Right.
And it was such a hit that they brought it back.
Yeah.
But they're bringing Arrow. They're bringing. I
Aquaman.
want to say there's 2 others that they're scaling back a couple of them and
Yeah.
bringing up like new minis.
Yeah, I think the idea is to do a couple other minis, but the old like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are going to be the ones that
Yeah, the
continue
ongoings.
on.
way.
Yeah, so it's not going to be as
Right.
full of a not going to be a full separate universe.
But DC
yeah.
is outpacing Marvel, like no doubt,
Yeah.
with all the stuff going on.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except I do love Predator kills in Marvel universe. Like Marvel's using Predator.
Love a
for
kill the
ways.
Marvel's universe
Oh,
run.
yeah,
Those are
yeah,
always
yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you primarily DC or
No,
are you
no.
you're Marvel?
Well,
with
lately-
a dabble.
right
you've
now-
been converted. It sounds
lately
like.
you
Yeah,
have been.
now I have been. by
In his
a good
heart,
bit,
he's
like,
always a Marvel guy at
I was
heart.
always a Marvel guy.
Right.
And there's too many X books that don't make sense.
I've
and
heard a
this
lot
is-
of good
this is-
stuff about the Gail Simone Uncanny run.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything I've picked up, I missed a bunch, so I'm waiting for trades on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But that started good, got weird, and then apparently got really good again.
X-Men. It's got to get weird.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I've got
Everybody's favorite superhero soap opera.
I've
Yeah.
got to dip into DC because I'm doing indie stuff and I do Marvel with I was reading the what is it? Aliens versus Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Predator versus Spider-Man. Like,
Yep.
who wrote Alien versus Avengers? That's
I don't
what's
remember.
his name?
Not sure.
Hickman.
Oh, was it
did
Hickman
Yeah,
that did
and
that?
it was wonderful.
Damn.
That was Hickman that
Yeah.
did that.
Now I'm
Holy
gonna have to go
Alien
back
versus
and read that.
Avengers. Yes. 4 parts.
Yeah.
Got to rebuy them.
Yeah.
I was reviewing them on the channel. I had all of them. I had like the variant covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to delve into that, but I didn't
yeah.
realize. I remember actually being on your podcast. You talked about you were DC, you were Marvel, but
Yeah.
he was
Yep.
converting you.
Yeah.
And that,
I
right
mean,
now,
there's
my
so much
pull-
to enjoy. Just get them
Yeah.
all.
My
Yeah.
pull is mostly like it's all. My pull isn't that big right now, but it's indie and DC.
And where do you get your pull from?
Funky Town Comics and Vinyl here in well, not here.
Usually
not
in the
now
Camillus
here,
location.
But,
that is,
normally Camillus, New York.
Yeah.
Which there will be a new location.
Yes,
in
there will.
Camillus.
Yes.
For anyone in this area and coming into this area, maybe you're like Richard Westfall visiting, and you can't make it up to Cicero, and you're closer to the Camillus. They will have 2 locations open up, and they do a great job. This has been my LCS. Like even though I have to drive an hour and 10 minutes,
Man.
I've been at other ones, and I just don't get treated like I do at this
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
And the selection and Jesse and Jeff. I mean, I knew Jeff when he owned Cloud City Comics
Yep.
and Toys.
Oh yeah.
Sam.
Was
Yep.
that in Shopping Town? Is that
It was at a
originally
couple
Shopping
different
Town.
places.
No, it was
It
originally
was on Erie
across from-
Boulevard.
yeah, Erie Boulevard
And then
across
it
from
Then it went to
Shopping
Shopping Town for a while. Yeah.
dude?
Then it was downtown. It was in
used to-
downtown Syracuse.
yes, you're
Which
right.
is when I started really. That's when I fell back into collecting single
Right.
issues because I was like just into like trades for a while, and then I was working down in downtown Syracuse at the time, and I was like, oh, a comic book store opened a block from
right.
where I work. I guess I'll just walk over there on my lunch, and oh no,
Yeah.
now
Yes.
now I'm in trouble.
What-
Yeah,
And here I am at every lunch. Great.
yeah, exactly.
About
yeah.
20 years ago, I think, when he had his Cloud City in Shopping Town, I bought my best friend Dan, the Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
addicted person. I got a Daredevil page, original artwork.
Oh, yeah.
page,
Whoa.
for like $150 at that time.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's not like a really renowned artist, so like you know right off the. But
Yeah.
like my friend's got it framed in his basement.
Oh,
and I'm
that's cool.
like, dude, that's a huge come up for your kids. Like if people are still into OA by the time your kid and you
Yep.
leave it to them, like that's huge.
There was a couple weeks ago at the Camillus location of Funky Town before they had to shut it down. Jeff was there, and I walked in. He's like, "Hey, you want to see something cool? I just was going through my attic last night, and I just found this old box, and it was full of all like original
Yeah.
art that he had from like conventions from like years ago."
Do you know how often
And-
he does that?
Yeah. He was like, "I didn't even know what happened. It was just in a weird
Yeah.
crawl space in my house. I didn't even know it was there." I was like, "Oh my god, this is cool stuff." And I think like Funky Town does Whatnot streams
Yeah.
all the time. Like I don't know if he's already sold that stuff, but like you should be checking out Funky Town on Whatnot if you want to
Yeah.
bid on some cool stuff.
Yes, because maybe you're on Whatnot and you're supporting a faceless. A lot of them are small comic book stores.
Yep,
that
yeah.
do Whatnot, but like that is a direct, great way to support this shop.
For sure.
If you don't live in New York and you
Yeah.
want to support like literally the greatest group of guys, like
Yeah.
the first time I went to Funky Town, like and talked to Jeff and stuff, like I was like talking to the back and like they were like, "Oh, hold on a second, hey, welcome to Funky Town. Let us know."
Yeah,
what you
man.
Like the
Yep.
customer service, like that's what's going to set you apart
Yep.
because everyone can order this stuff and sell it.
Yep.
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 But like you gotta like they take care of them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's like a in general, I think like people who have never bought a comic book or never been into a comic book store, I've heard that they're like nervous to go into a comic book store because they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know anything. I don't want to get made fun of because there's a lot of pretentious comic book people out there.
Well, your primary,
but, like-
especially again our age, your primary thought is comic book guy from The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah,
just- it's just
yeah.
read my mind.
Yeah.
Get out of my
Um,
head.
But
Yeah.
like that's that's a stereotype,
100%.
unfortunately. But it's not true. Certainly not true at Funky Town Comics and Vinyl. Nicest guys in the world.
This is very true.
And
They let us set up in
do
their
it
shop
for
and
you.
do a podcast.
Yeah,
like,
we're
no question about it.
podcasting live for their shop right now.
Yeah, this has been a highlight. Wow,
Yeah.
this is
This is
great.
a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Did you ever talk about what you're reading? You reading anything worth talking about?
Batman.
Yeah.
Caught up on the new Turtles. They started that second arc
Mhm.
of TMNT. So the Aaron run is closed.
Okay.
And oh Jesus, who the hell took it over? It's another solid name. Either way, the first issue of the new arc was good.
Yeah.
Then I finally caught up on Transformers that I've been trying to catch up on for
Nice.
months.
Nice.
Also still good.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
I heard nothing but good things about
Yeah,
that
and
universe.
the latest arc is Dan Mora art, so I don't care what else is
Oh, yeah.
happening. I'll just look at that.
Dan Moore did one of the covers for Aliens vs Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome.
Oh no, was that? No,
He's so
that might
good.
have been. It might have been the Berserker I had. I don't know, but I know his art. He's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Dan Moore is great.
Is I got hooked on him with that Once in Future.
Yeah.
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 Did I ever give you those trades to
No.
look at?
No.
So
no,
it's it's like a modern take on the Arthurian legend and how
Oh, cool.
that's moved over time and basically set in modern day, but there's the magic going on and all sorts of stuff. So
I like it.
really cool take on it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I am almost done with volume 1 of Chip Zdarsky and Matt Fraction's Sex Criminals. You ever read Sex Criminals?
No, but I love Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah. He's the artist on it, and it's about a couple who learns that when they have an orgasm, time stops for them. So they like freeze time when they have an orgasm, and then they can like run around and like
how
manipulate
long?
stuff. A indeterminate amount of time. Apparently, it's like they basically figure out. Sorry, we're working blue a little bit tonight at the end of this podcast. But like,
Welcome to the after hours.
whenever, as long as it takes them before they're ready to have sex again, like whatever refractory period.
Oh my
Ah.
gosh.
Yeah. So whenever they get horny again is when the time goes away.
So if they want to pull off a heist, their best bet is to be as close as possible to.
Yes. So there's a lot.
bank.
Exactly. Exactly.
So like this
So that
hotel is
factors
across
into
the bank.
not like alleyways. We're talking.
Oh!
Yeah.
Fallacious.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is like it's not like, clearly we're talking about like X-rated ideas, and there's a lot of like, it's full of like dick jokes and sex
Right.
jokes and things like that. It's very funny. It's also very relatable in a lot of ways because like they're written as real people that just have this weird power.
Just happened to
But
find
like their
out.
relationship is a focus of it, and that's written real well, like the way that they met and the way that they interact and like what changes over time for them. It gets really weird, like sci-fi more than I expected
you don't
it to.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of when I went, I thought that was going to be like kind of like a magic realism thing where like the world is normal except for this one thing,
Right.
But then it kind of became, maybe there's other people that can do that, and you
Oh.
run into some other one when the time stops. You think you're the only one there, and then no, wait, why is that person
It's
moving?
like
You know?
Looper.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So I'm towards the end of that, and that's been really great. At least volume 1. I think it's the second volume.
What's the name of it again?
Sex criminals.
Oh, so they are pulling heists.
Yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, they're robbing
100%.
banks. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's where my mind
Yeah.
went. If I'm stopping time, there's only a few things I'm
I
gonna
thought
do.
you must have
Mess with
heard about it.
No, mess with my friends or heists.
Yeah.
Apparently, Zdarsky was in the same mind space you were.
Yeah. And I just started rereading because I have all these trades and I have a great shelf that I love to look at, and I'm just like, I should reread these things,
Oh, I can't wait to have a shelf.
And so I started rereading Alan Moore's Swamp Thing run
Again,
Everyone tells me,
Yeah.
even though I'm a Man-Thing fan, I need to read
It's
that.
really
That
good.
is like the pièce de résistance for Swamp Thing.
Yeah, it's like a total kind of reinvention of the character and how he's written and how he interacts with the universe, and it's kind of just like a meditation on what it means to be a human being,
Right, yeah,
but
right.
like through the eyes of a plant monster that used to be a human being and isn't anymore. It's really, really good. I should read some Man-Thing too, because I've read a criminally low amount of Man-Thing. For being such a Swamp Thing fan, it's not like I'm anti-Man-Thing because I think he's cool, but I don't really know. I don't really know his deal
He's
too much.
less
He guards the nexus of reality.
right.
I know
which
that.
could be tied into Marvel at any point if they
Right.
want to swing off a Strange.
Yeah.
He's not as cognizant as Swamp Thing. Like,
Right.
He doesn't remember.
He's more of a
stuff.
beast or whatever, yeah.
He's guided by emotions.
Right.
Where they changed it for the Werewolf by Night, but they had to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like if you want to bring in a character like that, and they saw an opportunity to be like, okay, we can make him quirky and have this buddy thing, and,
Yeah.
and it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Which they're actually doing. Did you hear the sequel to that was approved?
No.
Same director. Yeah, same director.
Thank
Oh,
God.
yes.
Steve and I talk about Werewolf by Night all the time.
I mean, my people on my channel are probably sick of me talking about it because, like,
Same.
when that came out for an hour, me and my wife watched it. And we're like, "Well, why aren't you?" It was like at a low point for Marvel. Like that was the best thing in that phase. We're like,
Yeah.
"Why aren't you doing this? Like a noir piece?"
We say all the time, like, why there should be another Werewolf by Night Halloween special every year.
So if you remember the year they did it, okay, the next year the writer strike went on. Right?
Yes.
So they couldn't write anything. So all they could do was re-release it in
color. Yep.
Because they're like, "Oh, we gotta have something."
Which
for
I just
Halloween."
watched in the color version this past year.
Which is fun because you see the gore and stuff, but it doesn't have the same effect as when
It's
oh,
different,
Somewhere Over
but
the Rainbow comes in.
What
again.
but that's very true. That's very
Yeah.
true. But what I liked about it is that it wasn't just like modern color. It looked kind of like they made it look like a 1970s
Right.
like,
Period. Yes.
yeah, like Panavision or like some kind of like, color timing that made it look vintage still, just not vintage in like a Universal Monsters 50s,
kind of still had
30s
that
kind of
same
way.
patina
Right.
that
Yeah,
even
yeah,
the
yeah.
black and white. did.
And it was funny because, we talk about all the time how much we love Werewolf by Night, and I started watching it. I immediately went to the black and white, and I watched like 15 minutes of it, and I was like, oh, wait, I've never watched it in color. And so I flipped over to the color version, and I just started it from the beginning again. I didn't like I didn't blow through
right.
those 15
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
that I
yeah,
already
yeah.
seen. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Because it felt so different to me. The color, honestly, like really kind of changed the feel of it enough that I was engaged in a different way.
They just made a great. There was, the jokes hit where they needed to.
Yep.
And then they showed the powers of Man-Thing, and when Jack transformed into a werewolf and became a badass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elsa Bloodstone too. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't they bring Elsa, and it was great.
It was
The
great.
actress who played her was great.
It was great. And like it does a thing. I love when stories can do this where like it's called Werewolf by Night, but you spend so much time without him turning into a werewolf that when he does, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot he's a werewolf. like you're so invested in like the hunt and the maze and
Right.
finding the monster and all this stuff, you almost forget that like he's inevitably going to turn into a werewolf at some point.
Yeah, I don't
and
know
you're
what
like, "Oh, yeah."
direction they're going to go. If they're going to go like right after this, but they could even go backwards and have Ulysses Bloodstone
For sure.
Right.
and him hunting monsters
Yeah.
and show other monsters that were involved, that were in the Marvel universe. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go either way with it. Just I hope they do it well because that first one was just to have it black and white and then have Somewhere Over the Rainbow come in.
Yeah,
to
so
turn
cool.
it color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was just like it was just amazing.
So cool.
Was
A lot of
that-
great visuals in that all around.
Was that Chris Giacchino?
It was
that
Michael
did- or Michael
Giacchino,
Giacchino
the
did it?
composer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That directed it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And
So-
he's the one doing this one. too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. But that could easily be a thing where whether it's Giacchino or not, like, pump one of those out every year. Give
Yeah.
it to a different, some indie filmmaker.
Or-
Like,
and then
give me a
there's
45
speculation
minute
about
special.
the Midnight Suns connection with it. You
Right.
know, like will
Sure.
they connect them to Midnight Suns, or will that be its own thing?
That's been rumored for a long
You know,
time.
Blade's dead. We know that, and like we didn't
Yeah.
need another Blade movie, really. Like we know who he is. We've
Yeah.
had enough. Even Wesley Snipes movie did it. Like just bring us into the Midnight Suns. We don't need the like we know who Blade is.
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
what he
We
does.
get it.
Give us the other. Give them all together.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's enough of them that are in existence in the MCU. You could just
Could
pull
do
it
it
off
now.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I know they're doing Midnight Suns. I haven't looked at the timeline of like what Marvel's doing.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they've officially
Yeah,
announced it.
it's-
Like
Oh,
we
they
keep
haven't?
hearing
No.
about
Oh,
it, but
okay,
there hasn't
so-
been like a Comic-Con like Midnight Suns coming up 2 years from now. Classic Kevin Feige
Right.
announcement like that. But like, it's I don't know. I feel like so many people reference it and talk about it that like it's kind of like an
Yeah.
open secret that they're working on it. There's just no like official.
I feel like
date
it's a
on it.
chance for Marvel for a fresh start with different characters
For
in the
sure.
horror genre.
Yeah.
Like if everyone was fatigued from just the regular superhero stuff and the regular characters, and,
Yeah.
like yes, they're going all in on Doomsday and Secret Wars, but like that could be a fresh avenue for them to really capitalize and bring people. back in.
1,000%. 1,000%. I love with both Marvel and DC. I love the weird magic-y
Justice
horror.
League Dark,
Justice League
that
Dark, man.
cartoon. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
crush it.
You give me like Constantine and Zatanna and Swamp Thing and a couple other
The
whoever.
Demon.
Oh god, yeah, give me the demon, motherfucker.
yes.
But yeah,
When I saw
give
that
me,
on HBO, I started watching every bit of,
Yeah.
of any kind of Justice League Dark they had there, and then I love Flashpoint Paradox. Like that was
yeah, that's cool.
really the cartoon that showed me like how awesome
Yeah.
like, I'm like, geez, DC, you're doing this in your movies.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
Yep.
and it was dark. Like I showed my wife Justice League Dark. She's like, I don't know, it's animated. Then stuff started happening. And she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
That's although when they were really cranking on when DC was really cranking on those animated things, it's funny because like it's a superhero thing, it's a DC thing, and it's animated. I always would forget that they're like R-rated and like be always shocked.
Same
when,
with
like,
Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah,
When-
yeah,
I would
yeah.
think, was it Wonder Woman that threw the sword through Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just assume it's going to be a PG-13. You're
Yeah.
like, oh no, wow,
yeah,
no.
you're like they're going there. Or
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
Bruce Wayne shows up to shoot
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's
Really
a
doing
great
it.
animated. People knock animated, but you're allowed to do so much more. Like, did you
You
guys
really
see
are.
Predator Killer of Killers?
Yes. And
Yes.
yes.
Holy
That-
mackerel.
So good.
So I don't know if you guys saw, but when me and my wife went to Predator Badlands in our local Hamilton
Oh
movie
yes,
theater,
I did
Yep.
see. Yeah, you
Yeah.
posted about it.
Grube,
Yeah.
the executive producer, one of the executive producers was there.
Yeah.
Who's worked on Star Wars, who's worked on Cloverfield
So
Lane.
cool.
I freaking nerded out outside
yeah.
that theater. I was like, sorry, honey, but you're going to have to go through this.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I was like, he's like, so you're a big fan? I'm like, I got a freaking tattoo down here of a Predator and samurai gear.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll tell you what fans want. I've been all over Facebook. I'm a super nerd. Give us feudal Japan. He's like, well, we just did that with Killer. I'm like, yeah, do it live action.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you're gonna crush if we do it like it was great as
yeah.
animated, but like
Yeah.
everyone knocked for that anime. Oh, it's gonna be animated. Guess what? They can do a lot more in animation with gore and stuff that they
Yep.
cannot pull off
Yeah.
logistically in live action.
I don't know why it's. I mean, I guess I do know why. It's just a different medium. Like some people just don't respond to animation, or they have assumptions about it
Right.
being weaker or something like that. But like, I've been telling everyone I know, I was like, you got to see Killer of Killers, man. It's one of the greatest Predator movies.
So I had my
Well,
Predator
it's-
hoodie
yeah.
on, and I had
Yeah.
a Predator shirt on with stuff on. He's like, let's take a picture. I'm gonna send it to Dan Trachtenberg right now. I'm like, I am 1 degree away from Dan Trachtenberg right now.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
And I'm like, whatever you guys are doing, like, please give us AVP, like, redo that.
yeah,
You want my hint there? Follow the comics.
yeah.
You know, there's some great stuff in the
Yeah.
comics. You know,
And we got a little hint of that in Badlands with the Wayland Yutani
we
robot.
sure did.
So,
They've
yeah.
already started tying it together.
Yeah.
So, man, we could really do a podcast for like 6 hours.
It's
You
true.
know,
I know, yeah,
like we
Yeah.
could bounce right off. People are like, I thought we were here for comics. Well, it is all comic adjacent.
Yeah, it's
right?
all comic adjacent. Exactly. Exactly.
Worlds collide, my
I
friend.
know it's
Worlds
later,
collide.
but to the chat, what we'll do for a giveaway, since we don't have a tool set up, I thought of an easier way while we were sitting here talking. If you just go into either the Multiverse Report when their stream ends or my stream on my channel, doesn't matter. I'll check them both. I'm going to give it a week. Go into either comment section after you've watched the replay, of course, and hashtag Marvel or hashtag DC. And then I will take everyone's name a week from now, next Friday, and put them in a randomizer, and I'll draw and I'll announce the post on my page.
All right.
You guys can announce on your page too, but can you hold my mic for 1 second?
I
while
can.
preview these? So the Marvel giveaway, we're going to do a little bit of Silver Age. We've got Tales of Suspense,
Whoa.
issue 61.
Cool.
Great Cap and Iron Man cover.
What is that
We've got the Daredevil, Man
What a
Without
cover.
Fear,
Jesus.
183.
What
a
So we're
cover.
going to go to the Bronze Age now.
Whoa.
No, so not in the stream chat. You'll have to leave a comment after the stream's done. Because the stream chat, I mean, I could see it, I guess, in the live chat replay, but
Yeah.
just leave a regular comment.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to do
Come
a
on,
little
Richard,
man
pull it together.
thing,
Gotta do man.
That's
thing.
great.
and then the Soul Garney and Miller run of
Oh,
Daredevil.
oh my
issue
God.
Soul
1.
Daredevil was so good.
Yeah, so
Woo.
these will be the Marvel giveaway. You'll get all 4 of these books shipped anywhere in the world. I do not care. The DC. I had some stuff.
Can you
sitting
ship those to Camillus, New
Yeah.
York?
Yeah.
They may not leave this for me. So we've got World of Krypton 1, little modern,
Cool.
and then we'll go back to the Bronze Age
Oh, cool.
with Superman and Wonder Woman. Compliments of Radio Shack.
That is amazing.
The Computer Masters of Metropolis. And then because we were talking about it, it's so ironic.
Oh my God.
Swamp Thing, issue 42, Alan Moore.
Oh, cool.
Right there comes in a great Ultra Pro.
Jealous of whoever
And
gets
then
that.
this isn't DC, but I thought it'd be cool because who doesn't like ash cans? And I love monsters.
Ah,
Archie, Madhouse, little ash can. So,
Cool,
guys,
cool.
again,
Love it.
go into either the comment section of the Multiverse Report or my channel. Doesn't matter where you go, and just put hashtag Marvel or DC. And I'll be checking them throughout the week. I'll write everyone's names down. I'll put them in a randomizer. I'll pull them, and I'll announce the winners next Friday, and I'll ship them out Monday. Just as a thank
Awesome.
you for tuning in. And
Yeah.
obviously to the community and you guys who did this amazing thing that just totally blew me away with these covers from Matt Flint, who is
Yeah,
my
man.
favorite, one of my favorite artists. Matt's an amazing artist, an amazing guy.
And still back
sure
there.
is. Still
And
hanging out. Still there.
Yep.
Yeah,
he
just still hanging
said
out.
he came to see me, but he's like, I get to go to comic stores.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
my thanks. I haven't done a giveaway to a while to the community, and thanks to you guys for coming and hanging out. with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. This is
Doing
great.
this.
We should do this more often.
Yeah.
You know, once every few months. I'll tell you what. I'll keep you appraised on the rebuild, but summer of 2027, we'll do it up
Can
right
make
at
it
my
happen.
house. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's not gonna be live stream because we're just gonna be watching movies.
Yeah.
and nerding
Record
out.
some commentaries, maybe.
And nerding
There you
out. What do you guys have coming up on your channel? Why don't you tell all the viewers that are watching my channel what you guys do every week?
Oh,
Every
well,
week.
we do kind of what we did the first part of this podcast, where we kind of scroll through any kind of we call it nerdy news, like any kind of genre news, whether we cover TV stuff, movie announcements, we talk about comics.
Dabble into various, horror sometimes.
Yep,
it's not,
yeah, we do.
not strictly,
not
directly
strictly comic book
related,
stuff.
but
Yeah, but
pop culture adjacent.
yes, pop culture adjacent, I guess is a good way to say it. We love talking about Star Wars. Star Wars comes up all the time, even when it's not on the rundown.
Yeah, it does.
This was not planned.
No.
Yeah. If you are a Star Wars fan, I'm not going to say anything specific, but Steve and I have been vaguely teasing a Star Wars related project that we're currently in the midst of. So if you think you might like hearing Steve and I talk about Star Wars, stay tuned for an announcement of something that we are currently working on. We just don't know when it's going to be.
It is
out yet.
brilliant. Steve
Yeah.
told me. So I ski at the same mountain as Steve does. We got in the chairlift. He told me what he's doing, and I was like, "This is the best idea ever."
It's an idea that I had
I was gonna say,
years
Mike's
and
been
years and
sitting
years
on this one.
ago. That was living in my head forever, and then it just took a while to get off. The
It's
ground.
not a quick thing to do,
No,
No.
it's not. It's
but
hard.
the payoff is going to be awesome.
It's and it's. I wish I could say more about it, but it's been so much fun.
I was going to say we're in production on it,
Yeah,
and it's been
it's so much fun. It's so much fun. So keep an ear out on the Multiverse Report channels for something Star Warsy, I guess, in the next couple months, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe around Star Wars Day. We're hoping that maybe around May the 4th. We'll
it's
be
all
able
coming
to-
so
yeah.
quick, and it'll be free comic book day before we know it.
It really
It's
will.
just- it's
I know.
March. It's already gonna be March next
Yeah.
week.
I know. But yeah, that's the Multiverse Report, and we do it pretty much every week. Every once in a while,
Yeah.
we have to skip a week because we're out of town or whatever. But usually Sunday nights around 9 or 9:30.
If you miss us there, it's probably going to be Monday night.
Yeah, if it's not Sunday, it'll probably be Monday.
It will not be this Sunday though.
Correct, because we already did our show
Right now.
Sunday, and we were doing. This is counting for this upcoming.
You got to count it. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 If I were doing a live stream, like I'm not putting a video out that way.
Yeah.
That is the show.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much news is going to come out between now
now
and
and-
Sunday night that we could do a whole nother show.
Mike, you know something
Yeah.
huge is
I
going
was
to come out.
gonna
We're going to have
say,
to record on
yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Well, we did talk about the merger, the Warner Brothers
Yeah.
Paramount thing. That's going to be there's going to be ramifications of that all weekend, I think, and
Yeah.
think pieces. But we'll talk about that at another time.
Mhm.
But
So if you're watching this on my channel, go subscribe to the Multiverse Report because these guys nerd out and know what they're talking about.
and if you're watching the Multiverse Report channel, go subscribe to M.O.N.Comics because he nerds out and he knows what he's talking about.
Dude, we really were riffed on a lot of stuff tonight.
We did.
You know,
Yeah.
our universes are really colliding between Army of Darkness, the comics we're reading, or like, and the movies.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi and Coogler probably already emailed us.
Yeah, they
Gotta be.
probably did. They probably did.
We've
This,
got ideas.
this
so.
is blowing up enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, we should try to do this once every month or couple months. You know, like
Once a
when we
quarter,
can.
maybe?
Once
Yeah,
a
yeah.
quarter. Ooh, a quarterly report.
Quarterly
The quarterly
report.
report.
Not bad.
Nailed it.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Now I've got more artwork to come up with.
I think Steve and I would also love to be on another the
Big
what's
Five
it? Big
Live?
Five,
Live,
Big
yeah.
Five Live. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna do one last weekend. I had people lined up, but I had a huge sinus infection that hit me on Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
Got put
yeah.
on antibiotics.
Oh, it's
I've only
fun.
had like 3 in my life, and that was the worst one by far. So there's no way I could do it. So I am going to do it, and I've started doing repeat offenders. So
Oh, nice.
episodes.
cool.
I'm going to start bringing back some people because I've been doing it for like 2 years now. So I've
Yeah.
had quite a few channels. So I'm going to start bringing back people. So I think we should
Sign
do a
us up.
summertime.
There you
Yeah,
go.
man.
A summertime gig because that's really fun, and I do like exposing new channels that are popping up on YouTube every day. You know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
sometimes you got to throw it back to the OGs. So
Agreed.
definitely come back on my show, and
Awesome, man.
and thanks for having me co-host that one Sunday
Absolutely. man.
when you were
When I was
available.
around, yeah, I wasn't around. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It's
Yeah.
nice because we're close too.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is freaking awesome.
It was awesome. And
would
thank
agree.
you, big shout out to Funky Town Comics and Vinyl for allowing us to do a live episode here. I don't think we were too much in the way. It's a big store. But yeah, again, check them out if you're in the Cicero, New York area, and stay tuned for updates. Follow them on Instagram and their social medias. Stay tuned for updates regarding the reopening of the Camillus location. But until then, all your pull boxes are up here in Cicero. So check them out, and
That
thanks
reminds
to
me, I've
the
got to
staff
get my
here.
pull.
And
so
bookmark
do
their
I.
next show on Whatnot too.
Yeah, check them out on
Yeah,
Whatnot.
absolutely.
Yeah, Jeff runs amazing shows. You'll get some cool
Oh,
stuff.
Jeff will be if you haven't heard Jeff run a Whatnot show, he's an absolute riot, guys.
They have a
It's-
great thing
it's
that I
great.
did actually. Like, I forgot what I think it's like Tip the Community or something, where I gave them $25 and they sent a free book to everyone that had already purchased the
Whoa,
book.
cool.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
like you throw a tip and everyone benefits. And I don't see Whatnot, like you don't see a lot of community based stuff like that.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like the store is like willing to hook people
Right.
up and directly benefit them. So
Yeah,
they
it's-
do a lot of cool things. And free comic book days coming up.
Yeah.
These guys are
It's always a
already
good
2
hit.
for 2 on Joe Jusko. Coming to sign. So if
Yep.
you're in the greater area, and I would pay attention to their socials to see if that gets announced again,
Yep.
because Joe Jusko is not only one of the best artists in the game, but
Yep.
he's a wonderful human being and so
Yep.
nice to talk to.
Great.
And if
guy.
you're a
come here.
Yankees fan, he will talk to you for a long time.
Or Steelers, because I'm a Steelers
Yep.
fan too with him. So we've shared that.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
No,
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
think yeah, it's gonna be a good hit. It
Yeah.
always is.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks for everybody for hanging out.
Yeah, everyone that showed up. I mean, I posted on Instagram short notice to
Yeah,
check
so did I. I
people.
meant to do it earlier.
But I also
today.
didn't want to post at the end of the week where it just gets buried.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's tough. Damn algorithms.
Yeah.
I'll never
Um,
understand him.
No.
Do you have a sign off that you do at the end of your every episode?
No.
No?
I guess kind of. But I probably drop a video next week. I'm going to talk more about these comics.
All right,
too.
cool.
I don't do it as regularly as these guys as far as the live streams, but Big Five Live will be coming out in March, and then we'll talk about getting these guys in the summer. But until next time, just keep reading those comics.
Keep reading those comics. And from the Multiverse Report, as the 2 suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Baru Lars, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the multiverse.